Oh yeah, sexy biscuits. Nice.
Long boys blues, 1975. A YouTuber's on the rise. Reviewing games late at night and sometimes friends. But Long boys blues, 1975.
This is Batman the movie on Sinclair ZX Spectrum, released by Ocean, obviously, 1989 because of the movie. Also released on the Amstrad, the Commodore 64, the Amiga and the Atari ST. I had so much fun doing my Robocop nostalgic revisit video that you quite seem to enjoy. I thought I'd revisit this because Robocop was the game that my brother had, as I mentioned in that video. This was the one that I got the following year because I was obsessed with Batman the movie. I was 12, which was weird because that was perfect, because obviously it was the first movie in this country to have a 12 certificate, which didn't exist when it came out on video, because when it came out on video it had a 15 certificate. Anyway, more of the same by Ocean. Pretty sure it's done by the same people or uses the same game engine as Robocop, which will very much become apparent. But I absolutely loved this game back in the day. I bought it from Boots. It came in a cardboard box, but it came in a small cardboard box. Same sort of build quality as the big box, cardboard box. It's getting awkward, but came in a small one. Came with a Batman the movie sticker as well, because Batman the movie was fucking huge. We'll get more about my nostalgia when I start playing, but yeah, this game was hyped beyond belief and it got really good reviews all across the board. So we all shat our pants looking at the Amiga version, because that's the one that had kind of Afterburner-esque and Outrun-esque driving stages. I believe the Atari ST did as well. Anyway, I'll shut up. This is the 128K version. It's got balls-horrifically good music. Look at the high score. Turns out Batman's quite the gamer. Right, I could piss through level 1 in this as a kid. I can't do it now. I couldn't get a poke file to work either, again, which is annoying me, but I could piss through level 1 in this as a kid. But level 2, which was the first driving stage, I could get halfway through and that was about it. And so I used my multi-face back in the day, hold me, to see the rest of the levels. But I still absolutely loved it. Your Sinclair or Sinclair user gave away the first entire level playable on one of their cover tapes, which was where I first experienced it and knew that I was going to buy it, not just because I was obsessed with Batman. Let's get into this. Right, so it follows the movie as you would expect. Level 1. Access chemical plant. Bottom right hand corner is the time. Time is really strict. Underneath that are my knives represented by bat, insignias. And next to that is Michael Keaton's Batman face. Michael Keaton is my favourite Batman of all time, as is the 1989 Batman movie, my favourite Batman movie of all time. Nicholson is the best Joker, and Tim Burton's Batmobile is the best Batmobile. Taste is subjective, and you're all welcome to disagree, but quite frankly, you're just wrong. Anyway, your face will turn from from Michael Keaton into Jack Nicholson the more damage you take. Let's go. See? Robocop game engine, surely. So I got fire, and then I got that. Oh, grenade bloke. Right, infinite batarangs. You will take an absolute pummeling. Also, I can't remember, oh yeah, chemicals, because, you know, global warming and shit. Oh yeah, jumping down like that. Lifesaver. So anyway, when I found out, much like everyone, when there was going to be a Batman movie, and it was going to be by Tim Burton, we were like, what, the Beetlejuice guy? But, you know, like, the trailers were like small and far, you know, between, and so no one really knew what was going on, and we're like, what, Michael Keaton? Seriously, this is going to be fucking stupid. Although in the trailer, he had that whole muscle suit going on, so we were like, who is it in the suit? Is it a bloke who's like, you know, is that gonna, yeah, like, been working out and shit? But the whole point was, what Tim Burton said was, like, Michael Keaton, or, you know, in this, you know, Batman interpretation, he's not, you know, absolutely built like a brick shithouse, which is why he wears armour. Right, I used to have this level committed, you know, off by heart, but not so much now, eh? So yeah, and then obviously Jack Nicholson was going to be, just touching me kills them. That's fucking hard. Ooh, yeah, it's going to be Jack Nicholson. The amazing prosthetics on his face. Just, but I remember waiting, much like Robocop comic I mentioned in the Robocop video. I remember waiting and waiting for the DC, because obviously it was my first experience. Oh, that kills them as well. The official movie adaptation by DC, adaptation by DC to come out, and when it came out I loved it and read it and read it and read it again. It was based on an early version of the script, so there were a few things that are a little bit different, but it was still amazing. Like, and then I had to wait for the movie. Saw the movie on opening with both my brothers. Weird thing is, I didn't love it as much as I do as an adult now. I don't know why. And then I preferred Batman Returns. We saw that in America. Run! There we go. And yeah, it's only a few years later, like literally when it came out on video, I guess, and I started watching it again and again and again. Also, it was on Sky Movies. It was a big deal when it's on Sky Movies. That I absolutely loved it. I remember saving up bags and bags of Walker's Watsits to send off for the Batmobile. Still have that in the What's-It box that it came in, probably worth a fortune. But I lapped up everything. I absolutely lapped up everything. I had the official movie book, you know, the one that like shows you how they made it and stuff like that, and set pictures and things. Yeah, could not get enough of it. I remember what a big deal though, because obviously it made all the news. Made all the news, you know, local segments about, oh my god, it had the biggest set since Cleopatra, quarter of a mile long. It was the biggest opening, biggest grossing, you know, it was... Where am I going? I'm lost. Yeah, it was an absolute true phenomenon, and everyone complained, didn't it? It was so dark and this and that, but, you know, what was it going to be after Batman the TV series? But, yeah, so these little segments on the news, and you saw people lined around the block. That didn't actually happen when I saw it at Frogmore Street, Cannon Cinemas. But it was huge. It was I'm watching Sky Movies Friday UK Top 10. Watching the US and the US Top 10s on Sky Movies every week was like a treat within itself. But yeah, it was huge, and I just lapped it up. I don't know where I'm going. I've got this vague notion I might be going in the right way. Probably not, because look at my time. I don't like the way that they can fire through walls and shit. I find that a little bit unfair. I'm Batman though, I shouldn't really piss and moan about stuff being fair. After all, my parents were killed. But yeah, honestly, I mean, you know how big this movie was. But for me, it was just, I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Shit. I think I'm going in the right way. I think he stole that bloke's wallet. Very few movies, even though we've had massive blockbusters, Star Wars movies and things like that since the crap Star Wars movies, I've never really truly remembered it, maybe because I was a young kid. Pause. Just being like such a cultural phenomenon. You could argue that Turtles was. Wish they couldn't throw through fucking specs and shit in platforms. You could argue that Turtles was a few years later as well. Is this going to be too much? Really, Batman, you fucking pussy? Oh, yeah, this game is just as hard as I remember, and I have no Scooby where I'm going. And I'm waffling a load of bollocks, but there we go. So this is 1989. This was like, still, an absolutely massive hit for the ZX Spectrum. And, you know, we're like only a couple of years away from the end of its life. So it proved that you could still have a big performing, big hitting title. But it was all about... Sorry if I clear my throat and shit like that or cough, but I actually have COVID. And I feel fine. Who knew? Oh. And now I'm justified in not getting the jab. But yeah, you could still have a massive, massive hits, just dependent upon what the source material was. And obviously there were t-shirts and shit like that. Lunchboxes, pajamas, duvet covers, everything. Absolutely everything. I still can't believe it. People thought that it was such a violent movie. I mean, it's not like the second one where he out and out kills a lot of people. But yeah, there you go. Also, I love the suit. I did like the whole concept that you had to wear a suit. You know, see, I've just got this kind of, I was going to say moral compass. I don't have a moral compass. This weird ingrained notion that I should be going this way. If only I could get a poke file to work. See, those guys, clearly, it's the Robocop engine, isn't it? Excuse me again, apologies for being sick. Now, the other versions, I only got to play the Amiga version years and years and years later on my Kin Hank. But hey, next month I get my Amiga Mini, so we can go back to that. You got to use dropping on people is another way to kill people, because any excuse not to get shot first, do it. Do it now. Ooh. Dear Batman, the movie, Batman, 1989, Ocean Software's ZX Spectrum version. Why are you such a pussy? Yours sincerely, Dave. And again, I'm sure there's people out there who can absolutely rinse, repeat and piss through this, but hey, wanted to revisit it because these games, this and Robocop, have such, you know, I have such nostalgia for, such a big part of my childhood. What? I cannot get over how much of a pussy Batman is in this. I got to find. Anyone give link? Put it down below. Let me know of a website where I can download the poke files, because I'm having trouble finding them. I really am. And all the ones I get that come with the game, I'm using FBZX Wii, by the way, on my Wii. I can't get them to bloody work. Apart from Salamander once. I'm pretty sure I shouldn't be going this way then, should I? Actually, maybe. A lot of those "you're a pussy, Batman" I take back. I'm nice like that. Cool. So obviously we got to get to the end, and we've got to get Napier into the chemical vat. Ladders are for pussies. Aye, butterang. I got a feeling I might be going in the right direction. Keep firing forward. Also, that feeling, it might be indigestion. How can he spawn behind me? I don't like that. I don't like that a lot. Get down the ladder. This is why he batarangs. He struggles with ladders. Oh, I fucked that, didn't I? No, he's still in there. Piss off. Ooh! Oh, I'm pretty sure that was the right way. Pretty sure that was the right way. Anyway, just a quick nostalgic revisit. I am aware that I waffled a massive amount of bollocks, but yeah, loved this game back in the day. Absolutely besotted and obsessed with Batman, the movie, you know, and it brought Batman back, you know, it created the then initial modern phase, and that makes sense, of superhero movies. And yeah, and then obviously look what they did with the Batman franchise after that. 2 was great. 3, where's my R-rated version of 3? And then, oh dear, Clooney, you done killed the franchise for a bit. Anyway, as always, I'd love to know what you think, especially if you played Batman the movie on ZX Spectrum. Maybe if I get some poke files working, I'll revisit the 2nd stage, because obviously in the car, the 3rd stage, there's puzzle stages as well. There's flying the Batwing and stuff like that. I didn't talk about that because I got lost in the world of nostalgia. But anyway, I'd love to know what you think. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you later.